Good afternoon, I'm Pastor Wigan. This is your faith devotion and update for the 6th of May, 2021. I have a number of announcements today. The first of those is that on the weekend of May 23rd, all the services in that cycle, the Winnebago Lutheran Academy Traveling Choir will be joining us for those services. So again, that's the weekend cycle of May 23rd. They'll be at all four services. Second announcement is this, that on the 5th Sunday in May, we will have our first outdoor service this Sunday, and we'll do that during the late service. From that point forward, weather permitting, on the second and fourth Sundays, we'll have those outdoor services much like we did last year. Third announcement is that beginning on June 6th, we will begin something called Continuous Distribution Communion at the Saturday and Sunday services. This is another step towards returning to our normal communion practice. We'll be sharing some of the details of that in video format and in announcement format in the days and weeks to come. But again, that'll begin on June the 6th. Our devotion today is recorded in Isaiah chapter 41. Strength and comfort. Those are certainly characteristics that people seek after. We want to be strong. We want to be courageous. In the current environment, it is becoming more and more necessary for Christians to not only be strong, but also courageous, as the teachings of the Bible and of Christianity are less and less tolerated and acceptable in our society. Well, where does that strength and that courage come from? Isaiah reminds us in these verses. And the context of these verses is so important. The writer Isaiah, by God's pen, has been sharing in the previous chapter, in the previous verses, how so many of the nations around find their strength and find their well-being in foreign gods and false gods, and how even in Israel they had begun to seek strength and courage by seeking after the gods and after the ways of the people who despised God. Specifically when it came to idolatry, and the writer really shakes his head as he describes it. The goldsmith makes it, and they secure it and pound it down, and they nod their heads and basically say, well, there's God, now we'll be fine. And it's in that context that God, through Isaiah, gives this comfort, really this encouragement, this reminder of where courage and strength really come from. Isaiah 41, verse 10. So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. In this confirmation season, I'm guessing you've heard that word before, and I would guess that at least some Christian school and high school graduations that has been chosen as a class verse. Just thought it'd be good to take the time to remind ourselves again of the context and remind ourselves that's not just for the confirmand, that's not just for the graduate, that's for all of us, that our strength comes from the fact that God stands with us and behind us. Amen.